Okay, should have figured out where to put this before I hit go live. Good job. Huh. Please skip through this. Okay. Need to move it over a bit. All right, that's good as it's getting this morning. So let's click that back, click this button. Okay, we are live. Okay, if you're doing the video, I hope you skipped that part. Welcome to your Thursday morning yoga class. I am at the farm and I had to rearrange a bunch of stuff because I haven't been here in a while. And I drove 16 hours yesterday to get here from Florida, and I'm really ready to, I think we're gonna have kind of that yin yang practice where we're gonna do half of it of really getting moving, getting some blood flow, waking up, and then we'll do half with some longer stretches. So that's what I've got planned for you. That being said, let us arrive. So get yourself situated. Take that deep sigh. Come into that breath. Sensation. Noticing what you can hear. For me, I hear the cicadas and the birds. Feels very alive here. Roosters. I don't know if you can hear that, all those outdoor sounds. But tune into your environment. And then let's bring it inward to the sound of your breath. Listening for the inhale and the exhale. I'll read you the random poem I opened on the book that got left here. Support. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful world. There is beautiful work to do. You don't have to hold everything. You are supported. You are supported. You are supported. Remember to source from the support around you rather than drawing all your power from your own core. Just what I needed to hear today. Hopefully it resonates with you too. We are a community. Let us use our community. And from this place of quiet and a little more stillness, let us go ahead and start our practice. We inhale and we exhale. Creating sound with breath, we inhale and we exhale. And with that next inhale, We're going to open our eyes and reach our hands to the sky. Reaching up, we look up and stretch, and exhale, look forward and drop the hands. Again, we inhale, look up. Let the fingertips lightly touch and look, and exhale, hands down. Again, inhale this time. Go all the way, interlace the fingers and turn them inside out, and then open those armpits a little bit more, reaching the pinkies toward the back wall. Breathe here, into the top of the chest, into the belly. And then exhale, hands down. We're going to do 3 flow series, of standing series, and like I said, then we're going to come to the floor. So let's first come to all fours, as we do over and over, and give that spine a little wake up wiggle. As if you sat in one chair for 16 hours yesterday. Oh, it feels so good to move and wiggle. And then let's do some cats and cows. Excellent. And then this time, let's just come straight to downward dog today. So go ahead and bend those knees, reach that tailbone to the sky, bring your belly to your thighs, and reach those heels back. Pedal it out. Next inhale, we look up between the thumbs and walk our feet to that space. Belly to thighs, bend the knees, and drop the head. Let's do something a little different and bring our hands behind our back and interlace those fingers again. And then we're going to let those hands come over the head, keeping the belly on the thighs, knees slightly bent, and then reach the tailbone up. And then let's bend one leg and the other and bring a little tick-tock rock into our arms. So we're going to go back and forth, looking a little to the left, a little to the right. Bend one knee and the other, but we're keeping those hands clasped over the head. Open the shoulders. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And then right in the center again. Excellent. Drop the hands. Inhale halfway, sliding the hands up the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands all the way up. Over the head, touch. And exhale, hands through the heart. Coming into mountain pose. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, drop the hands behind your back. We're going to do that same tick-tock motion again in this forward fold. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And drop the hands. Place them on the earth and step your feet back for our first plank. Lower the hips and bring strength into your core. Now we're going to do circles around wrists and the balls of the feet. So moving the body right, back, left, and up one way and the other. Movement in plank. Can always put the knees down and create the movement just around the wrists. Building some strength there in the wrist. Bend the elbows, lower down. Release the feet and inhale, cobra, look up. Exhale, roll down. Let's do that again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, roll down. This time we're going to look to the right. Inhale, look over the right shoulder at your right ankle. Roll down. Inhale, look over the left shoulder. And roll down. Tuck the toes. Push up to plank and come back to downward dog. So we start off slow through the poses, and then we'll flow through it 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come over the head and go tick, tock, just once to the middle. Release the hands. Come up halfway, flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through prayer to mountain. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And lower down. And then over the right shoulder. And lower down. And over the left shoulder. And lower down. And meet me back in down dog. So we're going to flow through that again, same way. One more breath here. We can always catch up and all meet in downward dog. Inhale, look up between the thumbs. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Hands behind the back. Tick, tuck, middle. Halfway again. Release. All the way up. Hands touch. Through prayer. To mountain. Inhale, hands back up. Look up a little back bend this time. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Back to plank. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Middle. And lower. To the right. And lower. To the left. And lower. And back to down dog. Now you know you can always modify, take something out, put something in. It's all good. Okay. Let's create another little flow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time lower the hips and meet me in chair. Here in chair, we're going to go back, hands back. Hands up, hands at back, hands up, hands back, keep the legs strong, hands up, keep the belly pulled towards thighs, or towards spine, and back one more time, hands up, back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, hands to the earth, walk, step, or jump back to plank, and lower down, regular up dog. Regular down dog. Now, we're going to move on. So we're going to reach that right foot to the sky. Bring that right knee across to the left elbow. Three-legged dog. Right elbow or shoulder to the sky and to the top of the mat. Staying on the ball of the left foot, we come up for crescent, our high lunge. Hold here to feel the pose. Drop the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. We've done this already. And bow down to humble high lunge. Actually, and come back up. We're going to save that. Come back up, hands up. We're going to come up at the angle. I'm going to do this one first. So bring the hands back. Body at this 45 degree. And then come up. So we're going to do this just like we did in chair. So chest forward, hands back, hands up, chest up. Once you have it, go ahead and repeat a few. Hands up. You can tell I'm tired. Hands down, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Find that twist. Three-legged dog, left knee, left elbow. Three-legged dog, left foot, top of the mat. Come on up to high lunge. This time I know where we're going. First, feel the structure of your high lunge. You're on the ball of that back foot. Balancing here. And then we're going to alternate 3 to 5 times. Chest forward, hands back, and up. Chest forward, and up. Chest forward, and up. Chest forward, and up. Last one. Up and hands down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big exhale. Big inhale. Now we're going to turn that into a flow and flow through it 2 more times. So now you kind of know where you're going. Inhale, look up. Between those thumbs, exhale, walk, step, or jump to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, meet me in chair. We reach the hands back. We reach the hands up. Back, that's 2, 1 more. Back, that's 3. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the sky. Right knee, left elbow. Right foot to the sky. Right knee, right shoulder. Right foot to the sky. Right foot, top of the mat. Meet me in high lunge. Forward and up, that's 1. Forward and up, that's 2. Forward and up, that's 3. Hands to the earth. Drop it down, step it back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot to the sky. Left knee, right elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Left foot to the sky. Top of the mat, high lunge. Chest forward. And up. Chest forward. And up. Chest forward. And up. And hands down. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, and hold. This is our resting position. Before we flow through that 1 more time. So maybe some big like lion breaths. Like I said, you can always come to child. And let's do it 1 more time. Getting that blood pumping. Inhale, look up between the thumbs. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips, meet me in chair. Hands back. Hands up, 2 more times. Hands back. Hands up. Hands back. Hands up. Forward fold. Halfway. Hands to the earth. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 3-legged dog. Right foot to the sky. Right knee, left elbow. Right foot to the sky. Right knee, right elbow. Right foot to the sky. Right foot, top of the mat. High lunge. And forward. High lunge. And forward. High lunge. And hands down. Step back, lower down. Up dog and down dog. Left side, left foot to the sky. Left knee, right elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. High lunge. Chest forward. High lunge. Chest forward. High lunge. Chest forward. High lunge. Hands down. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, child's pose. Let's all pause here before we do one more flow series. Big breaths. Sensing the awe. One more breath here. And then let's come on back up. All fours, and then downward dog. Fantastic. One more flow. This time we're going to do some warriors in there. Inhale, look up between your thumbs. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Now we're going all the way up. Exhale, little bitty back bend. In standing, hands through prayer, hands to mountain. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, back to chair. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time, we're just going to take the right foot up and the right foot to the top of the mat. Now, we're turning left heel down and we're coming up to warrior one. So the only difference between high lunge and warrior one is that back heel. Reach those hands up, parallel, lower the hips, and feel the strength of warrior one. See if you can really squeeze the muscles of your legs, of your bottom, your belly, like everything is strong. From here, drop the hands and clasp them behind the back. This is what I started to do, and I stopped because I want to put it here. We're going to do humble warrior. Drop the right shoulder to right knee and reach those knuckles to the sky. We're just gonna, instead of flow, we're gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on back up. Hands to the sky. Now we're gonna turn to warrior 2. We reach left hand back, right hand forward. Lower the hips. Feel the strength. Drop the shoulders. Check your positioning. Make sure your arms are spread wide. Now drop the left hand and reach the right over the head as you spin these ribs to the sky. Reverse the warrior. These are also familiar and also strong and important. And from here back to warrior 2. Drop the right hand to a block or the floor and reach the left hand up for side angle. And then left hand over the head and see if you can look at that hand really, again, spiraling these ribs to the sky. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and straighten that right knee. Again, using your block or your foot, come into triangle. I don't know about you, but it felt really good to straighten that right leg. Open this hip, reach this left hip back. Well done. Drop the eyes to the right foot, drop the left hand. Put the hands down and step back and meet me in plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we're going to do that same warrior series on the left side. So left foot goes to the sky. Left foot comes to the top of the mat. Turn right heel down. Make sure your heels are in a line and come on up for warrior one. Feel the strength of our warrior one. Holding these poses long enough to get all the juiciness out of them. The strength building, the opening, the practice of focus. One more breath here, then drop those hands, interlace the fingers, and bow down for your humble warrior. Lower the hips, shoulder to knee, knuckles to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back up to warrior one, hands up, and then turn to warrior two. Spread those arms wide. Check your posture. Lower your hips. Holding for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Reverse it. Oh, big stretch. I feel like great opening in that hip. Ooh, so stiff. Spin those ribs to the sky for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Back to warrior two. And then to side angle. You decide. Hand behind the ankle, in front of the ankle, or use a block. First, spread those arms wide. Then reach the hand over the head and see if you can spin those ribs a little more to the sky and roll that right shoulder back. Gaze at the right hand for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the left leg and reach that right hand up. Triangle. For 5. Reach that right hip back. Pull that left hip forward. 3. Eyes can gaze up. 2 and 1. Eyes drop to the left foot. Hand drops down. And we step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we're going to turn that whole thing into flow and not hold the poses so much. One more deep sigh here before we begin. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk stepward up to that spot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale to mountain. I don't know. Inhale, hands up, look up, back bend, through prayer, and then to mountain. Sorry about that. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands or step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot to the sky. Right foot top of the mat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands drop. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, look up. We're going to bow down one more time. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, hands up. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, drop the hand for a side angle. Exhale, one breath here. Next inhale, straighten that right leg to triangle. And exhale, look at the right foot and step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Left foot top of the mat. Right heel down. Hands up for warrior one. Drop the hands, lift the heart. 2 humble warriors, bow down for 1, and up. Bow down for 2, and up. Hands all the way back up to regular warrior 1 to warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Warrior 2. Side angle. 1 breath there, and then into triangle. Drop the eyes and drop the hand. Pop the heel, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1 more time through that, and we'll be done with our flows. Inhale, look up between the thumbs. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips to chair. And then exhale, hands up, back bend, through purr to mountain. Inhale, hands up, sit back down to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to plank, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Right foot to the sky, right foot top of the mat, left heel down, warrior 1. Drop the hands, interlace the fingers, bow down, humble warrior, and up. 1 more time, humble warrior, and up. Back to regular warrior 1, and back to warrior 2. Reverse the warrior, warrior 2, side angle, triangle, drop the hand, pop the heel, step back, through plank, lower down, and meet me back in down dog. Last side, you got this. Left foot to the sky, left foot top of the mat. Meet me in warrior 1, hands clasp, lift the heart, humble warrior for 1, humble warrior for 2, for regular warrior 1 to warrior 2, reverse the warrior to warrior 2, to side angle, to triangle, and then drop the hand, up the heel, step back, lower down, last chaturanga, up dog, and meet me in child's pose. Nice flow. Whew. Pick the child's pose that feels the best to you right now, with complete confidence and joy that it is the perfect pose for you. Letting your body decide how your arms and knees want to be. So many choices. Let's take some big sighs with that realization that support is all around us. Just notice what that brings up. Some of us have strong, independent natures and don't like asking for help. But just question if that's a good plan. I've heard said that that is actually a trauma response from being hurt in the past. Asking for help. And from there, as much as I could take a nap, we're going to now do some yin practice. Come up and sitting on your heels. Why don't we just start right here? Go ahead and either take your block and stick it behind under your bottom, or spread your feet apart enough that your sits bones can come between your heels. Forward, sound better on the screen. Your thighs are parallel, and then we're going to do this big stretch, which stretches out the psoas, that muscle that you can't see that's internal, but is super important to supporting the spine and upright, and gets really constricted when we sit for a long time. So you can walk and come back on your elbows. You can use blocks. Just see how far back your body wants to go, and then pick a place using your props that you can hold, because we're going to hold it for a few minutes. As you get yourself in a comfortable position, you might need 2 blocks, one under your head and one between your shoulder blades. Maybe you have a nice bolster or a pillow. Sense the ah, and see if you can breathe deeply into the front of the legs, into the spine. Let's go ahead and put our hands on our belly so we can bring consciousness into breath. Breathing and not just filling up the top of our chest, but all the way into our belly. Moving the diaphragm so that you can feel your fingers rise and fall. Keep focusing. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you want to bring a mantra. Inhale, love. Exhale, peace. Inhale, love. Exhale, peace. Love, peace. Love, peace. Love, peace. And then take it internally where you're saying it. And then slowly bring yourself back up the upright spine. And then let's shift back to child's pose for a minute for that counter pose. And this time pick a different variation of child's pose. Maybe with hands by your feet, or maybe way, way over your head. And then let's bring those hands over the head if they're not. And we're going to shift our hips to the left and walk our fingers to the right. And look under the left arm. It's a child pose side stretch. We're not going to hold this for long. And then child pose side stretch on the opposite side. Hips to the right, hands to the left. This feels very awkward to me today. And you look under your right armpit. And then back center. Okay, meet me back in all fours and give it a wiggle. Spinal undulation. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Cross the ankles and roll back over your feet. Stretch the legs out. Now, the simplest of all poses, right, is forward fold. And it's such a powerful pose. So let's go ahead and bend your knees, belly to your thighs, lift through the heart so you get that long spine, reaching back with the tailbone. Grab either side of the outer feet, pinky toe side, and then pushing into your heels, let's wiggle those feet out. And find how far you can go. And once you get there, if you want, you can use your block and tuck it under there, or again, the pillow or bolster. Because again, we're going to hold this for a little while. You're going to even take a block and use it here to rest your head. Whatever you need to hold it for a little longer. So if you ever go to a yin class, they often give you a ton of props, pillows and blankets, so that you can get really comfy in these poses, and then you hold them 3 to 5 minutes. So get yourself as comfy as you can. And then let's melt into this simple forward fold. And you can adjust your hands if you want to clasp them around your feet, or do any micro adjustments that you need. You may find that as you rest in this pose, gravity slowly helps you sink a little deeper. So just notice that if you can sink a little deeper, or you might have the opposite experience where you're like, oh, I think that was too much. I want to back out of this a little. I'm going to stay for 1 more minute. You might just also notice what your mind does during this. Do you think, oh, this is silly, I'm going to just log out, I'm done? Do not underestimate what these long stretches do. They really are what allow the fascia to stretch, that connective tissue. So I encourage you to stay with it, even if there's mental discomfort. Three more breaths. And then come on up. Give yourself a little time here upright to recalibrate. Whew. I think I'm dehydrated. Let's turn to the long side of our mat now. Stretch out through the heels. Come into wide angle forward fold. So again, you know that we're going to hold this for a little bit. So find some blocks, pillows, bolsters. And then we're going to walk ourselves forward. Forward forward, 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 using our arms, our blocks. Make sure you're rocking here at the hip sockets. So we're trying to keep a long spine, not curling in on this one, as if your belly's reaching for the earth. And then once you find it, let's hold it. I can feel myself wanting to be wiggly and come out of it. So I'm talking to myself and saying, no, stay a little longer. Let the magic happen. Making the micro adjustments. We can do it. Let's stay one more minute. Okay, come on back up. Bring the feet back together. Bring the right knee up. And let's drop the right knee to the side. So there's a lot of variations here. You can do tree pose, or a figure four, or a full half lotus. So we're opening up this right hip. You can also, if you do the half lotus, you can bind it, meaning bring the right hand around and grab that toe, and then forward fold. So a lot of variations. If you're doing a tree pose, see if you can sense really pushing that right foot into the thigh so that it's activating the inner thigh there. Play with that. I'm not going to hold these as long because I'm going to do a couple of them. Let's switch sides. Left foot in half lotus or tree. So the left foot is pushed into the right thigh or comes up into half lotus with the pinky toe side in that crease, and then forward fold. Five more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Let's bring both feet together for cobbler, so that we're opening both hips at the same time. Again, we're pivoting at the hip socket, so you can even put your hands there and go, okay, yep, that's where it is. Bringing your chest toward your feet, using your hands as support as you forward fold. This one will hold 2 minutes, so use your blocks, get comfy. Five more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back up. Close the book. Give yourself a hug. Adjust yourself on the mat. Drop your head toward your knees. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself that hug. Oh. And then look up. And we're going to come to our backs. Massage your lower back. Rock and roll. Let's do something a little different. Stretch out the left leg and bring this right knee up. And then grabbing the right big toe, let's stretch that right leg out to the side. So maybe that leg will straighten, or maybe it'll keep a little bend. It's a variation of a half happy baby, or this is a pose we do standing and balancing on that foot. And then once you get there, go ahead and challenge yourself to go ahead and look to the left. You have all of the earth supporting you. Left hand, left hip, look to the left and stretch out through that right heel. Opening that inner thigh. And bring that right foot back up, but keep holding the toe. See if you can stretch out through that heel. Again, the leg may be straight or not. And just lift your head and give it a gentle tug toward knee to nose. This left hand can stretch out on the left thigh. So this is what we do with standing splits, right? Again, we have the earth supporting us so we can go deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee. Now bring the left hand to the right knee. We're going to bring it across the body and look toward the right hand. Stretch out this right arm. Find the twist. Five more breaths. 4, 3, and switch sides. I have to scoot away so I don't run into those walls. So stretch out that right leg. Bring this left knee to the chest. Grab the left big toe with the left 2-piece fingers. And you can keep the knee bent and reach it out to the side for a variation of happy baby. Or you can kick out through that heel, like we said, with that straighter leg. And look to the right. Right hand is on right hip. Right toes are to the sky. Again, just noticing, trying to stay present with the breath, with the stretch. And knowing it's okay to bring your thoughts back over and over and over again. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. It can be bent or straight. And then we're going to kick it out. Lift the head as if you could kiss this knee. And reach the right hand along the right thigh. Lift your head and hold for 10. Keep stretching. 9, 8, 7, a little higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to bend that knee, right hand to left knee. Find the twist. Bring it across the body. And stretch out the left hand and look to the left. Final twist. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on back. Come to the center. Give it a little rock and roll. Full happy baby. Kick and reach and lift and stretch. I'm going to give you a minute here for any final poses you want. And then we'll come into hugging our shins and lifting our head. Final pose, just like we did. Child's pose and seated. And now this on our back. Big hug. And then stretch out to Shavasana. Go ahead and make an X shape if that feels comfortable. Use whatever props or blankets you want. As you deeply relax. The balance of yin and yang in our life. The balance of doing it ourselves and reaching out for help. Contracting and opening the heart. Loving it all. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful world. There is beautiful work to do. You don't have to hold everything. You are supported. You are supported. You are supported. Remember to source from the support around you rather than drawing all your power from your core. And I'll mind the time as you rest in Shavasana. As usual, you can stay here in Shavasana as long as it feels comfortable. 10-15 minutes is lovely. And if you're ready to come back to the sound of my voice, bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and come back to that rise and fall, that conscious awareness of breath. That loving awareness of breath, sensation, this moment. That practice of taking the observer seat so we can see the thoughts, the sensations, the body, the mind. It's through this practice that we become less reactive. More able to stay in flow and ease and grace. Go ahead and give yourself a wiggle. Stretch your hands over your head. Oh, roll to the right side. Rest your head on your upper arms. Bring your knees toward your chest as we rest here in gratitude. So grateful for you showing up and having this nice mixed flow practice with me today. Grateful for a beautiful day. I'm grateful that I'm taking a couple weeks break. Taking your gratitudes. Taking the time to savor them. And when you're ready, sit back up. Bring your hands to your heart. With a smile in your heart and at the corner of your lips. Let us take those final 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. A big sigh and ooh and oh and oh. Whatever comes out is perfect. Last one. This light, this spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. Thank you again for showing up for your practice, and I will see you in 2 weeks.